and today I'll be showing you my lesson plan for Ed 389. So I chose the book, The Grapes of Math by Greg Tang, and my title of my lesson is called Grapes of Math, Math Riddles. The length of this lesson really can just be one math session as almost as a review, end of a unit review. So about 40 minutes to an hour. But it is flexible, so if your students need less or more time, you certainly can do that as well. Like I said, this is kind of an end of domain review because in order to do the riddles in the Grapes of Math book and to be able to do the activity at the end of the lesson, students are going to need to know full knowledge of standards 1 through 4, the second grade level of the operations and algebraic equations. What the multiple intelligence is addressed are literally all of them because in different ways these math riddles are engaging different parts of the brain. So the objective for the lesson is that students will be able to fluently recall and apply multiple mental thinking strategies to solve addition and subtraction within 20. Also, you also have to do multiplication with it, but to get to an answer, we're doing addition and subtraction. Word problems given guided practice with math riddles in the Grapes of Wrath by Greg Tang. The assessment kind of at the end is that the students are going to be given 5 word problems, and the students then must demonstrate that they know at least 2 strategies and how to use them to solve the problem. And so they'll be given the word problem, and then they have to write out 2 strategies and how to solve it. And they must show all of their work because grading is going to be based upon that work of the strategy, not necessarily did the ad right, because we know they know that. So the learning environment, this is a pretty open assessment because again we're grading particularly on their knowledge of strategies, and so maybe how they design a strategy or remember a strategies by using a manipulative, a drawing, a digital tool that we have, and it could be anything that we've provided in class. So it's a pretty open assessment. It's able to be a low floor, high ceiling assessment and activities so that all students can start the assessment and get to different places. In my lesson, I planned it as if it's like a distance learning assessment, and so I provided a read aloud on YouTube of the Grapes of Wrath, this riddle frame worksheet that we'll be talking about, and the Jamboard for the student peers. Okay, so to start our lesson, we're going to go to the read aloud. I'll show you a quick clip of it. Okay.
The Grapes of Math by Greg Tang, illustrated by Harry Briggs. Fish School. Of all the creatures in the sea, a fish is smart as can be. While others swim and play it cool, a fish is happy in a school. How many fish are in this class? Answer quick, and you will pass. Here's a hint, a little clue. When counting fish, just look askew.
Okay, so that's one of the riddles. Again, it goes on. There are at least 15 riddles. And so you can go through all of them. However, so the students can see and then give them time, pause the video and give them time to solve through the riddle. And then we are going to, as a class, you are going to focus on Fish School, the very first one, and the second one, Grapes of Math. As a class, we're going to highlight and discuss the key clues and words that the students use in order to solve the riddle and get the answer. We're going to talk about how these clues and words that they found are important to help them solve the problem, and then why it's important to know different ways to solve a problem. Because that's really the goal, is that they know different strategies to solve a problem, and that's good, that's important, and that why. Next, you will give the students a chance, again with guided practice, to work on some more math riddles outside of the book. because the book one's already provided and we want to get to the students to be able to write their own. And to do that, I have a guided practice math riddles worksheet. And so this goes through a few. It's a little shorter than the book is. So the books are easy, they rhyme, they're super cute. But in order for the students to feel confident and comfortable to make their own, I provide guided practice on making slightly shorter ones, but still just as important and effective. So they're going to use that frame to practice writing their own riddle for a word problem, which is kind of the same thing in this case. And then this will all lead us to the end, the independent practice, where independently they're going to write their own riddle, and then they're going to pair up with another student and swap their riddles / word problems. And the person who has the other one is going to try to solve it. And then they're going to talk about how they got there, if it was the same way as the person created or the student creating the riddle thought that it was supposed to be like, and talk about those differences. Again, just building that repertoire of different ways and different strategies to solve problems. And to do this, they can have a blank sheet of paper so they can kind of brainstorm and work through. And then when they're ready to type or write their final copy, I do provide a Jamboard for the students to write their riddle, include any images as manipulatives if they like, and then 2 pages, one for each student. And that's my lesson plan. Thanks for listening.